Hi, everyone, and welcome along to the Learn to Trade online show for today, the 19th of February 2024. It's great to have your company, and we're doing the thing that we love the most. Today, we're giving away some money because we have a winner from last week. She'll be picking up a nice, cold, calm $1,000 off us simply by taking her pick of trade. She didn't steal one of ours, she took her own trade. We'll talk some more for you guys about how you can win some money in a few minutes. Get into the Zoom to make sure you have a chance to win the money. You've got to be in the Zoom, go on the wheel of names, get pulled out. Then you can nick one of our trades or you can place your own trade and you can be in a chance to win the money. In the meantime, welcome to the Learn to Trade show for today. My name is Paul Bottrell. I'm the founder of Actions to Wealth and Online Trading Profits.
Good evening, guys, and welcome. My name's Simon Williams. I am a crypto trader and investor.
Good afternoon, evening, and morning, depending on where you are in the world. I'm Ash Bull, and I am a professional trader and investor.
Hi, everyone. I'm Adam. I am a chief market analyst and full-time trader.
Right now, guys, because we have lost, one of the team has to come out of the trading, and that will be me. I will be sacrificed for this one, and we will have Adam come in and trade for me until the next time that we are beaten. We will make more changes to the show. So for now, for this week, the team for us will be Simon, Adam, and Ash, and I will be the host of the show only. Because we took a loss, when we take a loss, one of the team has to go. That's the way it works. Now, we are all up for last week, all 4 trades in profit. We're going to close them down right now, and we're going to get to work on the next one. How the show works, I've got to tell you that. You've got to be in Zoom to win the money. If you're not in the Zoom, get in the Zoom. I can see we've got 20 people in the Zoom now. Get in the Zoom, and that's how we make the money. So the Zoom link I'll have posted in all the social media right now. In a few minutes, we're going to ask you to post just your name. When you post your name, you'll go into the wheel of names. And if you're drawn out of the wheel of the names, you'll get a chance to choose to either place your own trade or steal one of the team's trades. If you steal our trade, not just you, Alan, but if you steal one of the team's trades, you get half the jackpot. If you place your own trade, you'll get all of the jackpot. The winner, the jackpot for next week will be $500, because we have given away $1,000 tonight to our winner. And if you take the trade position sizing, if you trade Forex, it's 0.1, 0.1 on commodities, and 1.00 if you trade indices. Same for the team as for you. Let's see if we can get Anne online, please. Can we get Anne in, please? Let's get Anne on microphone, on camera. I'm sure she's in the room. I want to hear about how she's feeling, having had the chance to.
Hey, good work, by the way, Anne. Brilliant work.
Hello. Can you hear me?
You happy?
Yes.
And I can't see you. Are you able to come on camera? I can't see. Here we go. Got you back on mic. There we go.
Hey.
Hello.
And
Hi,
I've got a question.
everybody.
Hi,
Yes.
everyone. I've got a question for you, Anne. Is that the easiest $1,000 you've ever made?
No.
It's got to be up there, Anne. It's got to be up there. Come on, throw us a bone.
Oh yes, but it's it's the highest profit that I have made since I joined ATW 2 years ago, exactly in February of 2022. So if you ask me if I'm happy, yes, certainly it's a milestone for me, 2 years, and it's a good big baby step for me of progress that I could even be here to trade with the professional traders.
Fantastic, Anne, and congratulations. And okay, and you're going to come to Bali and trade with us some more in just under a month from now, isn't it? Just under a month from now. A month from now on Monday, we will be trading live in the Bali trading retreat with Anne and 25 other traders, clients from Actions to Wealth, as we go and do the Bali trading retreat. Look, thank you very much, Anne. Congratulations. If you get in touch with James, we'll get some money on its way to you in the next few days. Again, well done and congratulations. I'm going to check again. Was that the easiest $1,000 you've ever made?
Oh, you're asking me again?
Yeah.
I would say in terms of learning is basically I'm just very happy that I managed to get a good winning trade and in a forum like this. So I would say ultimately yes, and I would encourage everybody to put in their experience that they have learned to date.
While we've been talking to you, and 4 more people have come into the Zoom session. I think they've got the message right. Come to the Zoom session, jump in the link, make the money. Congratulations, Anne. We'll get the money sent
Thank
to you,
you.
and we'll look forward to seeing you in Bali, not too far away. Guys, quick
Yes,
run
and
round.
drinks in Bali.
Yes, no, we'll go to a more expensive bar for that.
Yeah.
We'll see you in Sammy's, and that'll be awesome. We look forward to seeing
All
you in
right.
Bali either way. Thank you very much. See you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rightio. Quick talk about the market, guys. We're starting to see a little bit more shape and pattern, aren't we?
Yeah, I think this week's a tricky one. I was speaking to Jeff about this earlier. As we go into the end of February, it's a bit of a non sort of area. We're not at the end of a quarter, we're not at the start of a quarter, we're not at the start of a month or the year. And it's just when I was kind of looking at a lot of the behaviours of kind of past history, it's a period where you see a lot of bottoming out or topping out rather than some really good runs. So I think as we go into March, we're going to start to see some fruits of the labours. But I actually think people need to be a little bit more careful this week, unless they're intraday trading. Intraday trades, I think, could do very well this week because I think we should stay inside a little bit of a block. Thursday CPI data from the Eurozone, I think that's probably the pivotal one for the week. And it makes it a bit tricky before that, if I'm honest, certainly sort of trading the euro. So yeah, I think a little bit more focus week this week for me, mate. I think you need to be sort of on top of your metal for the intraday trades rather than long-term ones.
A couple of interesting things going on, I reckon. So we'll come back and see if some of the traders pick those out and have a look at them. Anything else on the market, Ash or Simon? Any thoughts, Adam or Simon, for this week?
Only Bitcoin sat at 52K, which is a huge level back from August 2021. And there's a couple of Bitcoin related plays that I'm looking at. One of them is called Stacks. And it is outperforming Bitcoin and has been for the last 6 months. I don't have enough Bitcoin. I'm going to buy some Stacks sometime this week now that we're trading above 50K.
Yeah, look, it's interesting, isn't it, Adam? Sorry, Simon. One of the things that fascinates me about that market is, for mine, we've now got ETFs in there and we've got proper institutional money that's going to stick. Last time we went to 50K, it was all on retail hype, and that retail hype just went bang and it was gone. That ain't going to happen this time because really there's nearly no retails in this. This is wholesale money, and that will change the characteristic of Bitcoin going forward. And I think the boom bang stuff, if you're a Bitcoin trader, if you're a crypto trader, right now you're just thinking, well, December, it'll go up in a line because every 2 years in December it just goes like that. I don't think we're going to see that this year. And I don't think we're going to see the following crash. I think it's going to calm out a little bit because institutions are in. Rightio, look, let's get in anything from you, Ash, Adam, before we move on to trades.
You're on mute, mate.
Adam, I cannot hear you, and the boys cannot hear you, and you're not on mute. So when we come back to you
Sorry,
for your trade,
I'm on mute. Sorry, I put myself on mute. My apologies. What I meant to say was that I think Ash made a really good point. Of sometimes you're going to have to play it a little bit more by ear, day by day, because the conditions are likely to change during the week. So that's not always the case, but I think this week it's one of those where I'm getting mixed signals from the US dollar. I think cryptos are looking really good. Crude oil's looking good. Metals looking good. And the indices are also looking good, but they're also a little bit overextended, and therefore I'm looking for a bit of a correction there. So there's things, and also there's a couple of markets that are sitting within a range, close to the edge of a range. The question is something going to happen this week technically that bounces the market back into the range or breaks it out of the range? So this week I'm expecting something to potentially happen.
Well, interesting for mine. The opportunities this week don't look to be a lot in Forex to me. There's a little bit, but the opportunities seem to be turning up in some other places to me, which is always good. We can trade those places. That's all good. Enough talking about markets. Let's get on to trades. Ash, let's go with you. What's your trade for today?
So I quite like the commodity space. I like silver and gold, but I'm gonna shy away from it just to kind of give someone else a chance maybe to go for something like that. And I'm going to go for the FTSE. This is a bar that I found very, very impressive. The FTSE is it is at the top end of the range, which is, it's problematic. There's no question. So it does need to kind of satisfy its break of this particular line, which is not going to be easy necessarily. But I was very impressed with last week's reaction, and I'm quite impressed with the FTSE, considering what we've had from the US and considering what we've had from the United Kingdom as well. the United Kingdom went into recession, technical recession, and as we reported on, negative 0.3 GDP last week, and the FTSE bounced. And I'm guessing that's a lot to do with the fact that the intimation then is for the Bank of England to lower interest rates and support some growth. So, not loving the level as usual, mate. We seem to always kind of like find a market which is sitting at an area that is not that attractive to trade. But I do quite like the direction. I think the FTSE is one of the laggers when it comes down to the indexes, and I think it's got some catching up to do. So maybe a bit of profit taking across the board, across the pond, but I think maybe that money's going to come into the FTSE 100. So FTSE 100 long for me, and that will be the trade for the week.
Cheers, Ash. Love it. Look, guys, if you are in the Zoom, if you want to make the money, you've got to be in the Zoom. Here's the thing. If you put your own name in the Zoom 5 times, we're not going to put you in the draw once. If you've got 5 different names in the draw, we want to see those people come on live with us. So if you're in there and your name is Merlin, then put yourself in there. If your husband's in there, his name is Mark, then call it Mark so we know who it is. But we've got to talk to Merlin or Mark at the end to get the trade. So if you want to win the money, be in the Zoom for real and use your real name so we can track that, I guess is what I'm saying. We're going to go to the Zoom in a minute and tell them what to do to win. But before we do that, Simon, I wouldn't mind a currency. Do you have a currency?
I do have a currency, mate. I do have a currency. I am going to continue on from last week, and I'm going to long Aussie US dollar. I'm going back to what we discussed last week with the Dixie, where we are at the top of this channel, and the 618 fib from this pull down here. This is the 618. We're at a decent level of 104. We're inside the channel still. We did pop up last week. I thought, no, we're going to go, but we've closed back down below. So that's an Aussie short for me. The other end and the other side of that is these 2 now weekly rejections off of this trend line and this 65 level, which is also a 618 fib if you pull a fib from top to bottom. So I'm going to continue with that. I think this is going to go long. Quick look at the seasonals. I don't like them. I don't like the dollar. I don't like the dollar in the election year in February. It looks like it doesn't agree with me, but I'm going to go with the technicals this week, and I'm going to go long Aussie US dollar again.
Nice inverted head and shoulders there,
Simon. So we've got long FTSE and long US dollar. Was that Ash?
I was just saying, nice inverted head and shoulders. And actually, I think if Simon's trade wins, mine should do all right as well. Both risk on trade. So I think both the FTSE and the Aussie have displayed some confidence and maybe some risk in the market right now.
Look, I really like that. I like when we're not correlated as well. So we'll wait and see what Adam brings in. But before we do that, here's the time, people. Right now's the chance. If you're in the Zoom and you want to win the money, then write your name in the chat. So Tin Chai How, put your name in again because you're a bit early. Alan, you're a little bit early and you're a past winner. Gosh, that was last week. Rose, if you can put your name in again. Ravi, put your name in again. Nice to see you. Hope you are looking forward to Bali as well. There we go. We've got Merlin and we've got Mark and we've got Yun Man and we've got Gary H and we've got so write your names down, guys, if you want to get in here. Hey, Margie. Hey, Elmo. Yep, that's it. Write your names and keep writing them down while you're writing your names, and we're going to go to Adam. Adam, what is your trade?
Right. So, all right. What's interesting is that both sort of Simon and Ash have also picked something where the dollar is a factor. I'm looking at silver at the moment. And again, all of them will benefit from a weaker dollar. And so we're kind of not sure about what the dollar is potentially looking to do, but all of us would benefit from a weaker dollar per se. Having said that, I'm going to just show you here very quickly. Also need to just move this out the way. So I'm looking at silver here on a monthly time frame. Very much almost range bound, producing a little bit of a bullish move off that bottom of the range. If we then go to the weekly, it produced last week a bullish engulfing candle. So that is a second kind of bullish signal there. If we then go to the daily, we've got a double bottom here, which I really like the look of. Not just that, but we've broken the previous high. So if I just kind of mark this so that you can see that, we've broken the previous high here, we've broken previous highs there. So all of those are additional bullish signals, followed also as well by a little bit of bullish divergence on the MACD. So that's just a long sort of list of statistically bullish signals, and usually in situations like that, it is not unreasonable to expect that the market is going to climb. So it'll have to break through some resistance here, but I think it's going to do that. This will be the first target, that'll be the next target, and so I'm more bullish on silver from this perspective, and I think it's got a very high probability of working its way up to the top of the range. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but the evidence supports, certainly points towards that going to be the situation. So that is it from me with regards to silver.
Loving that one.
Fascinating trades, right? If I was, yeah, it's a great trade, but if I was someone who was waiting for a name on the wheel of names right now, I'd be quite excited because they're three good trades, but all of them have got resistance right in the way. So there is a possibility they all bounce off resistance and go the other way. It's not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying if I was there, I'd be thinking, actually, I wouldn't mind getting a trade of the game here because this game could get interesting this week. We've got, as you say, big inflation news out of Europe, and I think of all the markets, that inflation news in Europe's been watched almost as hard as the inflation news in the US at the moment. It's important. So we could see the market go all kinds of places. And as I said last week, we've still got two weird things in the market to keep an eye on. What happens if RBNZ puts the interest rates up in New Zealand? Because they've led interest rates for 20 years now. They're normally the first bank to do something. How would the market respond to that? And the biggest bank in New Zealand is clear. They're expecting an interest rate rise on the 28th of February in New Zealand. Now, if that happens, the other thing that could happen is what happens if the Supreme Court says Donald Trump can't run for president? As I said last week, it's not the news you're expecting that screws you. It's the news you're not expecting that screws you. No one's expecting it, and it would take the market some pretty weird places really quickly. So it's a time to be really aware in the market. Mine, risk down, tight stops, and if you get a little run out of something, you get a little run out of something. Anyway, interesting time in the market and a great chance to play games like this game. We're now going to go to Ash's education. After that, we're going to do the Wheel of Names. So while Ash is doing his education, you've got that long to get into the Zoom and put your name. Hey, Elmer, well done. I don't think you can use two different names. Reza, good stuff. So get in, get your name. John, it's nice to see you back from the UK. John, you should come to Bali. Ash, let's do education with you.
Fantastic stuff. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the Three Peaks and the Doomed House. And what we see here is a chart. This is an oil chart. So this is the weekly chart on oil. And what we're looking for is the first peak here, second peak here, and the third peak here. Now, for these peaks to qualify, they have to come back and dip near where the original dip was. So come back, dip. Second one and the third one all come back to kind of dip in and around this kind of like area here. Now, measured moves on this one are going to be done from the bottom to the next shelving area. So the first floor here, that's going to be our measured move to the downside. And what we're going to look for is the first lower high after the doomed house. So the doomed house kind of comes back up here and we see that reversal on the breakdown. Now this first lower high here is going to give us where we're going to start our measured move from. So we'd be looking to go short here on the break of the trend line, which is going to be along there. And then we're going to take this point here, which I might actually do on MT4 instead, so make it around about that particular size there. And as it breaks down, that would be our measured move. So we'll be aiming, and actually it came right down to the lower end of that, and before it started to reverse in the area. So that is the Three Peaks and the Doomed Housemate.
Love it.
Love it. Awesome, Ash. Thank you very much for that. Look, let's go to Kim. You've had a chance to put your names in the Zoom. Let's go to the Wheel of Name and see who's going to have an opportunity to come and trade and see if they can win the money from us. Was easy for Anne last week. Pretty easy the week before. Let's see if someone can win another $500 this week. Over to you, Kim. Sam's on the list.
Hold on, let me just add Sam. One moment.
Cheers, Kim.
Oh, should have a lot of names this week. This is going to get exciting. Be prepared, Adam. Sometimes people steal the trades, and we might have to go for another one.
We are. Here comes a. Merlin, they've got to be in the room. You keep putting names in there, but they've got to be in the room. Rightio, let's spin it up. Let's do it. Can see it spinning. Where's it going to stop? You're kidding me.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
I know what she's going to do. I don't even need to bring her on camera and ask her. I know what she's going to do. Ash, you better start looking for another trade right now.
I don't think so this week. I think, yeah.
Chin Chow has come out of the draw again. Congratulations, Chin. We'll have you on camera after Simon's crypto bit. Over to Simon to do a crypto cross, and then we'll have Chin Chow on to find out what she's going to trade. And we go through the second, place that trade, and get into our sports bets.
Yeah, hi guys. Remember the last couple of weeks, what we did 2 weeks ago is we bought some Teo on the MEX exchange. Last week we withdrew that Teo. Here it is here, 12th of the 2nd, 11:45 last week. We withdrew that Teo. We took it to, let me pull this down so I can see it. Bear with me, guys. We took it to our Teo wallet. 6, wasn't it? I think if I remember rightly. Let me just pull that up there. Teo wallet, there it is. Show us where it is. Takes a tiny second to load. We have 30. We've now got 36. What we're going to do this week is we're going to stake it. So we've got it in our wallet. It's safe. It's out of an exchange. We're going to stake it. We're going to go to a website that's called taostats.io. Now we know it's safe because it comes from the Bitensa official website. So we're going to go here and we're going to look for verified validators. Validators are people that are going to stake and look after our TAO for us. I'm not going to read this stuff, but you should read it. It's important. Gives you all the tells you all the interest, the staking rewards that you can earn. I've had a look down a few of these. There's about 20. You can see that they own, like this guy is staking, he's holding or controlling 22% of the network. I like that. I like the big players. So I'm just going to go straight for this guy, or the Open Tensor Foundation. I'm going to copy the address. I'm going to go back to my wallet. I've copied the address. I'm going to hit the stake button at the bottom. It's going to ask me to select a delegate. I don't need to. I've selected one. I'm just going to paste in the contract there, and I'm going to press stake. Amount, I'm going to stake all of them, 36.42. That's my whole bag. I want the whole lot staked. I'm going to press continue. I'm going to enter my password, which I forgot I had to do, and I'm hoping you guys can't see it.
No, we can't.
Man. It's dotted out. I mean, it's fine.
Good.
0000000. Got it.
And I'm going to stake it.
A lot of letters there. Is your password Simon Williams?
There it is.
I tell you what. That's when you took that trade a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever, I thought, cool, he's taken this quite high, and it's gone up 50% since you took it. I mean, that was an outstanding trade, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Just on a tear, isn't it? That thing's on an absolute tear.
Yeah, I've been trying to get it on a pullback for God knows how long. 2 seconds left. We're staked. That's my Teo staked. I'm going back to my account. What I like about this is it doesn't take your tokens from your wallet. Lots of these stakers, they take your tokens from your wallet and they look after them for you. Doesn't do that here. It's just registered that it's got my tokens and I'm earning interest on them, but they stay in my wallet. So that's our staking procedure done and dusted.
Beautiful.
Simon, for the real newbies in the room, staking means that what's going to happen is you're going to earn interest on your coins, basically, right?
Correct. Just consider it like an interest savings account for your tokens.
Oh, so it's made 50% and they're going to pay you some interest.
It's made 50% and they're going to pay me 18% a year.
Oh.
It makes normal
stuff.
trading sound like hard work, to be fair, Simon. It really does.
Yeah.
Right, let's get our winner into the room, please. Hey, Chin Chow, how are you? Nice to see you back. I think you know the drill. It's good to not quite see you, but we'll see you soon, I'm sure. Got a background. Hey, Chin Chow, how you doing? Nice to see you again.
Hi everyone, good evening.
Hi, Chin.
From Singapore.
So Chin Chow, we're playing for $500 this week. You can place your own trade and play for the full jackpot. You can steal a trade and play for half the jackpot. What are you going to do?
I'm a more conservative person, so I'll steal a trade.
Which trade are you going to steal today?
The last trade was in Ash good hand. So I was lucky. So this time, I think maybe I chose Paul.
Oh,
Yes.
good job, Chen
I
Chow.
don't, I don't, I don't have a trade this week, Chen. You've got to pick a trade from Simon, Adam, or Ash. I don't have a trade this week. I've been replaced because we lost last week. Simon,
Okay.
Adam, or Ash.
Okay, I'll choose Adam.
Good
Okay.
choice.
She's
Great
got the silver,
choice.
the one we all think is going to win. She's got the silver. Chin Chow is winning money on the Learn to Trade online show, the easiest thing you've ever done.
I don't know. I just tried my luck today.
Cool. Congratulations on your trade. James will have that trade in for you. Adam, we're going to need a backup trade from you. Are you ready for that, or should we do a couple of sports bets while we're waiting for you?
Okay, thank you.
I have
Thank
one
you,
in mind.
Chin
I need a moment, and then I'll. Yep.
Okay, no problems. Simon, how's your sports bets going?
Oh, my sports bets are flying. I am on a roll.
Oh,
Let's have a quick look. Last week we had a double. It was Leicester West Brom midweek. Great wins for both of those. That's that bet in. This week I've gone for another easy one. Right, that was a straight £96. Call it 1-1. This week I've got Man City at home to Brentford, easy win. Liverpool home to Luton, easy win. And Southampton, who are flying at home, playing Hull, who cannot get a result away. There's a straight 1-1. This bet. So 100 pays 200. That's my sports bet of the week.
Interesting. I'll be interested to see whether Liverpool, Luton, because Luton are scoring goals. I mean, I know it's a mismatch in the table, but Luton will score some goals. We'll see how that
6-4.
goes. Rightio, look, that is sports bet for Simon. You're on 2 in a row or 3 in a row?
3.
3 in a row, like it. Ash, what do you got?
Uh,
Adam, your trade, please.
oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking here at the German DAX. So from a monthly perspective, it's really nice. From the perspective that it's broken through above new highs, nice little retest here, continuation, just breaking above these previous highs. The weekly looks good to me. I think there's been a recent break of this as well, a little bit of a break and a retest here, a little bit of a double bottom there. Not very, very bullish. It's not super bullish. And my concern is, yes, the daily on Friday didn't really close well. We've tested support here. So for the most part, I think there is not too much resistance right now. It's trickling to the upside. And so I'm going to be bullish on this, go long on this. So not as many bullish signals, but I feel like, what was the 4 hour as well? Let's have a look here. Possible potential test of support here. So potentially we'll find some support from this resistance and then turn around and go long.
Like it, Adam. Congratulations. Rightio, Ash, what's your sports bet?
Well, it won't surprise any of you that I lost last week. Tottenham let me. I mean, what are they thinking? What are they doing? Oh, they just don't know how to defend those boys. So yeah, Tottenham let me down. I have Arsenal were okay. They trounced whoever they played. I can't remember who it was now, but they trounced whoever they played. Yeah, but Tottenham just couldn't buy a win. Anyway, I'm going to go for rather than going for the double, I'm just going to go for a single bet this week. I'm going for Everton to beat Palace at home. Now they've recently beaten them in the FA Cup, so I quite like that. And also their managers, Crystal Palace's managers, not in too good shape at the minute. Everton gave Tottenham a pretty good game, so I think it's a tough one, but they're at home. Odds are slightly in my favour at 3 to 4. So for every $3 you put on, every $4 you put on, you get 3 in profit. So my bet this week is going to be Everton to beat Palace at home tonight, actually.
Ruthless. He's just decided that the Crystal Palace manager's on his deathbed. He's back Everton.
I wasn't going to put it in those words.
Is that Roy Hodgson?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers. That is, he would need some results reasonably soon, wouldn't he? But it's sad way for his career to finish. You'd have to presume if he goes to Crystal Palace, it will be. He has been sacked.
Yeah, he's been sacked.
Wow,
he's been sacked.
In
hospital.
You can't imagine he's coming back from that, right? You just can't imagine that he comes back. Look, I was telling the guys before the show that I'd really like to take the Blues to win Super Rugby, not because they're any good, because they're a terrible rugby team and they're full of big names, but they always lose big games. But this year they've got the best coaches, man. They've got Tony Brown doing attack. They've got Vern Cotter as the head coach. If the Blues are ever going to win Super Rugby, they're going to win Super Rugby this year at decent money. I just can't back them because they're the Blues, and I would literally be sick if I was putting the bet on. So instead, I'm going to do something else that's it's not easy for New Zealanders to do, but I'm going to take Australia to beat New Zealand in the first 2020 game in Wellington on Wednesday night. It's just down the road. I would normally go, but my wife's away, so I'll be looking after the kids. I'm just going to take, I'm just going to take the straight Aussie to win. I can't get my head around. I think New Zealand without Williamson and Mitchell aren't really a chance. I think 160 on Australia is pretty generous money because they've got a full strength side and we're well under, so you would expect them to beat us pretty easily. I wouldn't mind having a crack at top one score for New Zealand. I'd love it to be Finn Allen, obviously have Coach Finn, but that Australian attack is pretty good with a new ball. So I'm gonna stick with some more conservative stuff I've had recently. I'm going to take Australia to beat New Zealand in the first of the 3 2020s, and I'm going to keep my conservative run. I'm 3 in a row. I've had India, the Black Caps, India. Guys, did any of you Englishmen watch that India-England cricket test?
No.
No.
Too painful.
Mate, they smashed you.
Josh.
They were 4 down in the innings when they declared, but 400 odd, and then you guys were. Oh, Joe, I watched that English spinner bowler. We were talking about this last week, right? And for a day and a half, he pitched middle and leg, left arm spinner, and he got vicious bounce and turn and couldn't get anyone out. And you knew as soon as the Indians bowled up that pitch that they were going to get some people out. As well as Indians, it's just a lack of experience. And again, England without their 2 best spinners for the last 10 years. No Leach, no Mo and Ali. They've been the guys that have bowled the big overs for England with spin. These 2 new young guys are just too inexperienced. Unfortunately, I think India are going to go on and win this series 4-1 from here. We'll look at that a bit more next week. That is the Learn to Trade online show. Look, interesting, isn't it? We got beaten with our own trade 2 weeks ago. We got beaten with one of our clients' trades this week. And one of our clients has taken one of our trades again this week, silver, and we have a chance of going down again. Be interesting to see if that happens or whether we can find a way to beat them. And look, we've got some good trades, a bit of footsie, a bit of DAX, a bit of Aussie. We've got some good trades. I'll see you back next Monday. I'm hoping my jackpot will be going from 500 to 750. If it's not, I'll be giving away 500 and doing another 500. Remember, all you've got to do to win the money is turn up, write your name in the box, and if you go into the wheel of names, either place a trade or steal a trade, and you'll be okay. Look, it's an interesting week. Those inflation numbers out of Euro are going to be interesting. I wouldn't be holding too much position going into them. There is some intraday opportunity. Look after your risk, look after your money. There's better times coming. Take care. See you next week.
Cheers, guys.
Bye, guys.